Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. And
Yo,
this is the first time we've gone live in a minute. Haven't gone live in about a couple of months. But first thing we're going to talk about is the over under on these six NBA teams for the regular season. So for the first team I got, oh, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. And first team I got is the Los Angeles Clippers, over under 40.5 wins.
over 40.5.
41, brother.
Yeah, 41. Can they win 41 games? They should. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over.
If Kawhi Leonard and James Harden are healthy, because Kawhi Leonard was healthy last year, he was healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And if James Harden, which I think we both expect for him to play better, since he is the second option now, and if those two can stay healthy and their new additions can play good, I think they can get 41 wins. But it's the West, though.
Yeah, the
And
West
obviously,
tough.
it's the West. So I think they can get 41. I
Yeah,
I
they
I,
should
I
be able to
think
get
they
41.
I think they can get 41. Even though in my eyes they did get a little bit, if you want to say weaker, I think they can get 41 because I'm expecting Harden and Kawhi Leonard to play good.
Damn, 41 wins last year was the 11th seed in the West.
I think they're gonna drop off though.
Shit, if they get 41 wins, they're not even making the playoffs. Because the Rockets were the 11th seed with 41 wins.
Well, I mean, if you expect them other teams to play good, like, well, if you expect them other teams, some teams to say like go down, I think they could get 41 wins.
Yeah, they can definitely get 41. Like you said, Kawhi got to stay healthy and James got to play like old James. But man, like you said, the West is stacked because they got to go through. We already know the Thunder, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Clippers, not even Clippers, Mavs and Suns. Maybe the Lakers. That mean they have to jump the Warriors, Pelicans, Kings.
It might be better than Warriors. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah,
All right, next team, the Miami Heat, over under 44.5 wins.
44. They won 46 last year. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over. I believe in the Heat culture.
Because they didn't lose anybody, I don't think. I think they still got their
Caleb.
same team.
No, they
Well,
lost
okay,
Caleb.
yeah, they lost Caleb. Is he like, you know,
He was a key piece for him. Defense and shooting threes, but
I mean, well,
unless Jaime take
you
that next step.
I was just about to say that unless Jaime or Jovic, if they take the next step, I think they're better than Caleb Martin. Nothing against Caleb. I think he's a good player. I think he's good, but I think Jaime and Jovic are better. And Pat Riley said that Terry Rozier is technically their free agent signing because obviously he didn't really play a lot last year and he didn't play in the playoffs. So
Hmm.
they get a full season of Terry. But the Heat though, they be taking days, all games off and stuff.
I
So
can say Jimmy has to hoop. Like Jimmy has to play this season in order for them to get over 46 wins. And obviously, it's for them to do anything. Like, because Jimmy was hurt for most of the year last year, wasn't he?
yeah, he missed a decent amount of games.
Yeah, he can't. He got to play at least 62, 65 games. He got to.
45. I will go over. I think they can get 45. If they get 46 again, I think that's cool. But I don't think they're a 51 team, but
Nah,
45,
hell
I
no.
definitely think they can get 45. Um, the Phoenix Suns, over under 47.5 wins.
No, I'm going over. They had, you said 47.5, so 48. They had 49 last year. They just got Tyrus Jones, which they needed a point guard because you can't have two scorers trying to play point guard. Yeah, they can do it at times, but the whole entire game, no. But you got Tyrus Jones. He frees up some of that ball handling ability and lets Book and Bill be the natural scorers that they are. um, well, what's they saying? Nurkic. He
Nurkic,
been in
yeah.
the gym. He even got slimmer, and supposedly he's working on his threes. So, yeah, I think they can get over 48. I mean, yeah, over 47.5.
Last year they had 49. And Bradley Beal, who is the third best player, basically missed a lot of games. Devin Booker, he missed a lot of games kind of early in the season, but he played 68 games. I feel like today now that's pretty healthy. And Kevin Durant played 75. So if your big three is healthy, I think they could get 48 wins. I think they could be a playoff team. I'm not gonna go as far as right now and say they are like top four. But I think they are like basically where they was last year. Fifth seed or sixth seed. I don't think they're a playing team. They're too talented to be that. But if those guys stay healthy, like you said, they got Titus Jones, you got Grayson Allen, you got Royce O'Neal, Nurkic. No, I think they're better, but I think they probably get. I think they can get 48. Like I'm not going against that. I think they can get
And
48 wins.
and then on top of that, they didn't really play that many minutes together last year. Now y'all got a full training camp together, so now y'all team chemistry is gonna be better. So now I can see them getting 50 wins this season.
I mean, they had full training camp last year. They just was hurt. Like, and just in the season, they were just hurt. Um, the Detroit Pistons
My
over under
boys.
25.5 wins.
Hey man, I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go. I believe in JB Bickerstaff. I believe in Cade. I think they're gonna get this. This is the season where they should have got 20 plus wins because I think last year we both said they was gonna get 20 plus wins and they didn't
I
do
thought they
that
could
at
get.
all.
No, I definitely thought they'd get 20 something.
But so
But I expected
25 is the
K to be
over.
healthy.
So it's 25. It's at 25.
25.5. So 26 wins.
So 10 more games, 11 more because they won 14 last year. 11 more games.
No, that's 12.
Eh,
That's 12 more
12.
games.
Oh, that's tough. But the East weak though. Yeah, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over.
25. Like I said, I think that team is still not good. Can if Cade is healthy, he can potentially get you 20. But 26? Ugh. I mean, do you expect Tobias Harris? Obviously, there's no pressure now on Tobias. There's no pressure. He's on the Pistons now. So he's really their second best player. Asor Thompson, I think we expect him to take the next step. Use around
Jaden
shooting.
Ivey.
I might have to jump off the Jaden Ivey bandwagon. Not I
I gotta
wasn't
give him
really
one
a
more year.
bandwagon, but I think I might be done with him. You know
Hey,
what?
he
I'll
better
say
than
this.
Killian
After this
Hayes.
year, I'll see. If I don't see he got better, I'm basically gonna say I'm giving up on Jaden Ivey. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, he better than Killian Hayes. That boy Killian Hayes. Oh my God.
Credit when Killian Hayes started what that 1 year because K missed basically the whole season. I think he played okay. But he's still not a good player, but he played okay. He played okay. I'm going under. I think they could get 25. I think they'll get 25. I just
You don't believe in
not
JB
really.
Bickerstaff? I think the defense gonna be better with him. I
It
think they're
really
gonna play
depends
more
on
as a
Cade.
collective group.
If Cade gets hurt again, they're not winning. They're not winning 20 games.
Even if they got Tobias.
No, bro.
You don't think
I
Tobias can
think
get them
Tobias is
25?
good. So okay, knock on wood. We hope Cade don't get hurt, but let's say Cade is out. So that means Jaden Ivey, Asor, Tim Hardaway,
Ron
Malik Beasley, Jalen Duran. They still got Isaiah Stewart and Tobias Harris. You
and
think
that
that team
rookie,
can get
Ron
you
Hollis.
26 wins?
Shit, the Raptors got you 25 last year. Are they better than the Raptors team without Cade?
Are they better than Raptors?
without
No,
Cade.
no, they're not. No, Scotty clears every player on that team outside of K. He clears everybody. You could basically say RJ clears everybody.
Oh,
Who,
RJ is
who,
pushing it a little bit. I
who?
take Durant over RJ.
I mean, he a big, so I wouldn't oppose to that. I mean, RJ
A
second best
Seward,
versus
a Seward's promising. He a
okay,
lockdown defender.
yeah, but he can't shoot.
Yeah, I mean
His
that was
shooting is
just his
bad.
rookie
Yeah.
year. That was
If
just his
if
rookie
his
year. I seen
shooting
him do.
gets better, hey, all bets are off. But I can only go off what I saw last year because the season hasn't started. So I can only go off what I see. And last year, he was terrible. His
Yeah,
shooting was
shooting wise, yeah.
terrible. So if you had to choose between, say, Tobias Harris and RJ Barrett, I mean,
I will only go RJ because he's younger. That's literally it. But if we talking about skill wise, I would low key take Tobias over him. RJ too inconsistent. At least I know with Tobias, I know what I'm gonna get out of you. You don't know
yeah,
what
you
you gonna
could
get out of
get
RJ.
good get whatever he Tobias average last year's third option, 17 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, steal.
That's as the third option though. On the
And
Pistons, he the second.
second, what he can give you probably. I wouldn't be
20.
shocked if he gave you like 21, maybe 22. I wouldn't be shocked. 21, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going under. I think they could get 25 because they sold me last year, but Credit K got hurt. But I'm gonna go under. I think the Pistons are just they're still a bad team. They're still a bad team. All right, last team in the West, the New Orleans Pelicans. 40 over under
Mm,
45.5 wins.
we're under 45. They lost Valanciunas and they need a big
Their big is basically
Zion.
no, well,
That's they
no, not
big.
really. The dude from Baylor, can't think of his name, drawing a blank. And Daniel Tice,
That's not it. And it was the over was what 45?
45.5.
So 46.
How
They
do you
can
give
get
you
you
46?
46 win. I mean, it depends. If BI is still there, yes.
Well, he hasn't gotten traded, so I'm just gonna go
If
off
he's still
them
there,
right now.
going off if he's still there, yes, they can get 46 wins.
I think they can, even if he wasn't there, I still think they could get 46.
It depends on who they get back for him.
I mean, they don't. I mean, they can get back just a role player. You still got Dejounte, CJ, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Zion. You still got all of them. That team is really good. Like,
Yeah,
I get it. Brandon
but then
Ingram is a
again,
good player.
the West, like we said, the West is stacked, and they got all them bigs out there, and that makes a big difference. Because I guarantee they closing lineup, they gonna have Zion at the 5, unless they decide to opt with Daniel Tice at the 5 to close
I
it.
mean, they got no choice. They got
I'm gonna
they
go
got no
over though.
choice. That team is very talented. Herb Jones is one of the best defenders in the league. Trey Murphy is probably one of the best role players in the league. You got DeJounte, and if they still keep I still think they could get 46. I mean, like you said, the West is tough. You know, they don't have size because Daniel Tice is probably what 6'9", if anything.
6'9",
Maybe
maybe 6'10".
6'10", maybe
Yeah,
6'10". I'm just going off that. Maybe 6'10". Okay, on here, he's 6'8". So I'm just go 6'8", 6'9". That's all I'm gonna go off of. Like you said, if you go up against the bigs, that does hurt them. But CJ, DeJounte, Zion. I think they could get 46 because they got just a lot of like talent. I
talent. I
think
mean,
they can
because
get.
you got to think the Rockets gonna be better this year.
Yep.
The Grizzlies gonna be better this year.
Yep.
The Kings gonna be better. Only team that I can see them really competing with for that last playing spot is the Warriors and maybe the Clippers, because the Clippers gonna drop this season.
I mean, if you want to take out Clippers and Warriors and just say add Houston and Memphis, they're still playing. I guess if that's cool, playing. I'm not upset about that. I'm gonna go over. I think they could get 46 wins. Last team, the Orlando Magic, over under 47.5 wins.
I'm gonna go over because last year they had 47 last year, and then they
Mhm.
just added KCP. KCP is gonna be a big help with this championship pedigree, and then helping Paulo take that next step because KCP has been around great superstars and great players, so he can instill that confidence and those work habits into him, and they're gonna get a little bit better. Because if Paulo take the next step, I mean, I don't see them competing for no Eastern Conference because you still got to get past the Bucks, Knicks, and Celtics. But they can be a really scary team in the East. I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, like you said, last year they had 47. Paulo is one of the young players in the league. France is one of the good young players in the league. You said they had a KCP. You still got Wendell, Jalen Suggs. Their bench is still a little questionable, but they're still a good team, and I think we expect them to be better. I think they can get one more game. I definitely think they can get one more game. Like the Magic are, they're a really good team, and
Hmm.
I think last year they were fifth. I think they probably stay around five, and I wouldn't. And I think they could get four. I think that's all I'll go. I don't think they're a top three, but I think they can get 4 or 5.
Can he pull off what OKC did? Not the number one seed, but
Getting
make it into that
57
top.
wins.
No, not 57, because in the East, the third seed was 49. So basically, 42 more games they would have tied for third.
Can they reach the OKC level? I mean, I think it just depends on like, is Paulo like? I think Paulo is undoubtedly their best player. I think I guess I'm gonna say he's that guy. But do you think he's that guy? Like Shea is that guy, and he's just
Yeah.
so good that he led them to 57 wins. If you think Paulo is that guy and could potentially get them to say 50, I don't think they're getting 57. But if somebody said, "Hey man, I think the Magic they might get 50 wins," I'd be like, "Huh." I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't oppose to it. I wouldn't deny it.
No, I definitely think Paulo's that guy. He can get them 50 wins. He just gotta shoot it a little bit better. That's literally it. He just gotta up his three ball a little bit. And he been working on his three ball. He's talked about working on his three ball with KD. So I think, coming into the summer, he did the same routine. Each year you work on your shooting, you get better and better. So I think he's gonna be a better shooter this year. He could definitely get them 50 wins this year. They could
Because
definitely do it.
last year he shot 33% on 4 attempts. If
That's
we
not
can get
bad.
that to maybe 36, I think that's cool. Or maybe even
Yeah.
37. I think that's real good. So yeah, I go over. I think they could definitely get one more win. Magic are a good team. And speaking of Paulo, he made some comments the other day. They asked him basically, where do you see yourself in 5 years? He said an NBA champion, hopefully an MVP, hopefully an MVP, and one of the faces of the league. Do
Mm.
you agree with what he's saying in
He
five
has
years?
potential, and he has potential. He definitely does have potential. Now, NBA championship, that one may push it a little. That one might be pushing it. That's the whole Jalen Brown. We gonna win however many rings in however many years. But I could definitely see him being an MVP candidate for sure, for sure. And then I could definitely see him being one of the faces of the leagues too, because he got the whole makeup. I mean, only thing is, it's Orlando. They don't really get that much media coverage, so we don't really know who he is per se as a person. But he can definitely be the face of the league, and he can definitely be an MVP candidate. Championship, that one pushing it.
So, faces of the league, I agree. I definitely think in 5 years he'll be the face of the league. MVP, I'll say this. I think he can potentially be an MVP candidate. Winning the MVP, I don't know. But if I see When I look at the MVP, I just look at the top three because those are the ones they announced. Like one, two, three. Now four, five, and six. Okay, if you want to count that, that's fine. But I only look at the three. Could he be a top three MVP candidate at 5 years? I wouldn't oppose to it because if I'm just going off 5 years, I think Jokic is done winning MVPs. I think Giannis might win one more, but I think really after that he's done. Joel could probably win one more. And if somebody say, Shea,
Luka.
Luca, and put him or say even John Morant or say Anthony Edwards, I think he can be that. I think he could be like number three. I think he could be number three. Now an NBA championship, I don't think he will win one in 5 years, but I'm just going off saying 5 years what the East will look like. The Celtics, they probably,
They're gonna be
they
broken
still gonna
up.
have Tatum and Brown, obviously with the second apron and all that.
Yeah, all
That
of them gonna
team
be
might
broken
not
up.
be that good, but they'll have them two still, so they'll still be good. But will they be as dominant as they was this past year
Mm-mm.
in 5 years? I don't know about that. Milwaukee, I think they will be just a good team, but will they be top East? I don't think so. I'm looking at the Knicks. I think the Knicks will still be good. Philly, 4 year in the next 5 years. I think they're in the same conversation, kind of with Milwaukee. I think they'll be a good team, but I think they won't be top at the East. And then really after that, if you want to say the Cavs, after that, who else is there to go up against? To go up against the Magic in the
Pacers,
East?
the Pacers.
I would put the Pacers and the Magic in the same room. But I'd probably say Pacers are better. I think they're probably better because I think they just got better players. But I'll put them in the same realm. But if you want to say Pacers, I'm cool with that. But like after that, who else is there? Who else they got to go through?
Depending on how Charlotte progresses in the next 5 years in Detroit, them the only two because them the only two teams with a bunch of young talent, a young good talent.
I
Because
would
you got
gladly
Mark
say
Williams, you got not Miles Bridges, you got LaMelo, Brandon Miller. So they got a nice little core over there,
and
and they
then
got a
you
new
look
coach
at
in charge too.
and then you look at the West. I mean, you still gotta have OKC, Denver in the next 5 years. I think they're in the same realm as like Milwaukee, Minnesota. I think they'll still be good because they got Ant. But what is Cat gonna be in 5 years? He gonna be like 30 something. So, I don't know. Dallas, you still got Luca, but who are they going to surround him with in 5 years? I have no clue. I will hope they surround him with good players. The Suns, technically, they're really not old, but technically the Suns are old because KD is older. Bill is older. Obviously, Booker is still young. The Lakers, they're basically old, so I will take them out. The Kings, I think they'll still be a good team. So say they had to go up against, say, like Thunder, Timberwolves, or let's just say the Kings or the Pelicans, or even the Mavericks. Could they have a chance against them in the finals? I think they got a chance.
Yeah,
I definitely
they got
think
a
they got a good
chance.
chance
Yeah,
against them. You said what?
I say yeah, they got a chance.
So him saying a championship in 5 years, I don't think that's all the way off. Because I'm
It,
just predicting on what I see in the next 5 years with these other teams.
my only way they can it depends on who on their team, because Jalen Suggs still has to take another step, and then on top of that, they still need a point guard.
Mhm.
KCP not gonna be there in 5 years, so you need somebody to replace him. Man, depends on what Anthony Black is gonna do, what Jet
Mhm.
Howard is gonna do. All these young pieces that they drafted, are they gonna step up and take that next level? Because if not, I don't see an NBA championship. Because like the way their team is constructed now, Wendell he's okay, but can he be your championship big on a championship team? I don't know. Um, And then of course you got Paolo, you got Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony. Who's they starting for? Is
Franz.
it France? So yeah, basically all you really got is Franz and Paolo for real, for real. I don't, Wendell's questionable. KCP not gonna be there in 5 years. And then what is Jalen Suggs gonna develop into? They gotta put some more pieces around them if they want a championship team.
I think Jalen Suggs will be good. I think he'll be good. I ain't gonna say he's gonna be like cold or raw, but I think he'll be good. Wendell, that's actually a good question. But I do think it depends on matchups. Let's just say they had to go up against the Thunder. I think Wendell can match up well against the Thunder.
Yeah, he can.
Now, if
He
they had to
can.
go up against, say,
The
Timberwolves,
Nuggets, the Timberwolves.
well, I'm not expecting the Nuggets to be good in 5 years. I don't think they'll be championship contender in 5 years. Even though you got Jokic, I think Jokic is either 29 or about to turn 30, something like that. So he'll be like 34, 35. So I'm not expecting them. And that's why I didn't say those teams because they're older teams. And it just depends on matchups. So championship, not out the question. Winning MVP, I think he won't win one. He gotta go like in 5 years. I do think in 5 years he probably averaged 30 points. He
I
probably
said, because
averaged
how
30.
much he averaged now? Like 22, 23?
Paolo this year, I think it was probably like 22. Because I just looked at his stats too. I literally just looked. Paolo average last year. He averaged 22, 7, and 5. So in 5 years, I definitely expect that to go
Yeah,
way up. Probably like
yeah,
28 to 30.
yeah.
And probably average, say, maybe 8, 9 rebounds. Probably stay at the same at assists. But like you said earlier, shooting gotta be better. And I think he will eventually, be a better shooter. Knockdown shooter, I ain't gonna say all that. But I
Nah.
definitely
He
think,
if you work on it, you can get there. You can get there.
yeah, I definitely.
I could see Paulo being a good catch and shoot. Now off the dribble, I don't know, but I could definitely see him shooting a high clip on catch and shoots.
Paul's a good player. And he's only 21. He's gonna turn
Yeah.
22 this year. So
And then the next 5 years, he gonna be in his prime.
yeah, he could be like 27. He's gonna be good. All right. So we're gonna do how much stock are you gonna put in these specific players? Who are you putting stock in, Charles?
Well, a couple players I got. I got PG.
Okay.
I got Scoot, and I got Harden. I'm buying stock into. I want to start with Scoot.
Okay.
Scoot, he had an okay rookie year. He averaged what 14, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, but he shot the ball terrible. He shot like he shot 32% from three, and then he shot 44% from the field. I think those numbers are gonna go up. He got a year under his belt in the league. Many thought that he was gonna come in and play really well because he played in the G League, but the G League and the real league is two different ball games. I think those numbers are gonna go up. He probably stay around the same, probably about 15 to 16, maybe 17 points, but his efficiency is gonna get way better because he got all the moves, he got everything. He can get to the hole whenever he want. He can get his shot off. I think he just needs another year to see NBA defenses how they was gonna play him. I think he's gonna do really well next year. PG, my boy PG, him going to Philly. I'm a avid podcast P watcher, and he talked about how Philly reminded him of those old days in Indy. So I think Paul George is gonna get back to his old self, and Philly's gonna do make noise this year. And then Harden. We talked about Harden being that second option now that Russ is gone. Um, I think James Harden is going to go back to his scoring ways because that's what they need him to do. And I think if James Harden goes back to a glimpse of Houston, James Harden, that Clippers team can be really scary.
I was surprised about Scoop, but I don't blame you. Second year, I think he's gonna be better. Would I put stock in him? No. That's just me. I would put stock in him.
Damn, you wouldn't even put
I'm
stock in
no,
the boy?
no, no. I'm not wasting my money. No, no, no.
Why not?
Not even the best player on his team. He's not even the
Well, I
second
mean,
best player on his team.
Anthony,
He
yeah.
probably not even the third best player on his team. Probably not even fourth. This is nothing against him. He's not even the fourth best player on his team. I say 5. I go 5. He's not better than Simons. He ain't better than Jeremy Grant. He
Aiden.
ain't better than DeAndre Ayton. And DeAndre Ayton basically was half-assing last year. And he's still not better than him. And I probably wouldn't say Shane Sharp better than him. So I wouldn't put money. That's just me. Now, if he plays good, and obviously, the stock market is gonna go up, I probably wouldn't, I ain't gonna get a lot, I ain't gonna get a lot of money back, but no, I'm not putting stock in Scoot. Nothing against him. That's definitely gonna be a short. So I'm
It's
gonna
the it's the upside. Cause Scoot is literally like a little Westbrook. He's a mini Westbrook. And I think he could shoot better than Westbrook. So because what he showed from when he was in the G League and then playing, in the All-Star game and stuff like that, he showed flashes. I think he could live up to that hype.
Yeah, I'm not putting stock in, buddy. Hope you do good though, but I'm not putting stock. Okay, so the players I'm gonna put stock into. I'm gonna put stock in Jalen Johnson. I think Jalen Johnson this year, he is the second best player on the Hawks. Last year he averaged 16 and 9. And this was basically, I'm not really counting the other years because he didn't play. So this was basically like his rookie year, technically. He played pretty good as probably, if you want to say the third or fourth, if you want to say Bogdanovich is the third best player last year, at least. I'm not gonna go up against that. But this year, he is, in my opinion, I think he is the second clear best player on that team. So him taking the next step up, I wouldn't be shocked if he averaged basically 20 and 10. I really wouldn't be shocked if he averaged that. And I think he's going to shoot better from the three because last year he shot 53% from the field. It's pretty good. So I'm definitely putting
Very
stock
good.
in. I'm definitely putting stock in Jalen Johnson. Another player that I'm going to put stock into. I'm going to put stock into Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren last year, basically his rookie year, he played all 82 games. If somebody told me he's the second best player or he's the third best player, I'm not going to go up against that. But I think he's probably their second most important player on the team, and his defense. Chet is probably top. If somebody said top 5, well, top 5, I don't know about that, but top 10 best defender in the league or top 7. I think he's like top 7 at least, and I think he's gonna shoot better. He averaged 16 last year, 8 rebounds. I would want the rebounds to go up, maybe 10. But I think he can do the same thing Jalen Johnson do, average 20 and 10. So I'm putting my stock. I put my stock in Chet Holmgren. And probably the last guy, I would say, put my stock in Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson last year, he was healthy last year. Even though he got hurt, that was the last game of the season. Last game. Technically, that was the play-in. So that really wasn't a regular season game. But he did get hurt in that game. Last year, he shot a career low 53% from the field because all the other years he averaged like 61% from the field. Rebounds got to go up. I would at least want to see 8. I think his scoring is going to go up now, especially with another point guard, people helping spread the floor. So I would like to see maybe 20, 26, 27 points per game. And as long as I know it's like I'm taking a risk because of the health, but I would definitely put my money in Zion Williamson this year. I think he's going to be really good. Like they said last year, point Zion.
I like the Jalen Johnson one. The Jalen Johnson one, that's a really good one. Because the Hawks, to be honest with you, they gonna be butt. I don't
No,
know.
I
They
think
might
they
be a
are.
play. They gonna be a playing team,
I don't
but
think they're going to be a playing team.
he gonna get a lot of reps as that second option, and we gonna see his game flourish more with him and Trey. I think they need to put some more pieces around him, but that's a good one. Zion, I can't put my stock in Zion, bro. Like literally every year he gets hurt. I mean, I seen a recent post on Instagram. He looked like he didn't slam down a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more. So hopefully he can stay healthy. But I just can't trust that health, bro. Like every year he hurts something every year. He's
I
a
want to
great
ask.
player.
No.
Is he gonna stay healthy?
Well, he was healthy last year. He played 70 games. I
I mean, that
mean,
could be a 1-year fluke.
I know that could be. That definitely could. But it sounds like you expecting the man to probably play like 50-something games.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 60.
I'll say if he plays at least 60, because what's the requirement now for awards and shit? It's like
60, I think it's
65.
65.
Yeah, if he can play 65 games, then cool. I take money in his stock. But if he playing under that, nah, I can't do it.
I'll put my money. I want to ask you something though. Are you going to put some stock into Bronny James?
This is like a long-term investment. But yeah, I'll put some stock into him. I don't think, as of right now, I don't think he's like an all-star caliber player. I think he could be a really good player, but I it depends. What are we taking stock in for him to be an all-star, a superstar? Like, was it just to be like
I'm going to just
really good?
say I'll put stock in him just to be maybe in like the KCP tier. You know, a good player. I think KCP is a really good player.
So a starter, at least a starter
Yes,
in his
I'll
league.
say that a starter. Yes, that's perfect. Starter.
Yeah,
Like a
I can.
starting
Yeah, for
caliber
sure, for
player.
sure. If Tyrus Jones, I think he's better than Tyrus Jones, or he can be better than Tyrus Jones. If Tyrus Jones can start in the league, Bronny can start in the league.
Titus Jones is probably better than him. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, as of right now, I'm talking about if he develops and stuff. I think Bronny would be better. I think
I
Bronny
will.
is better defensively.
I would literally put $1 into Bronny James.
Damn,
$1.
that can't even get you a bag of
It
chips no
depends.
more.
I mean, it depends. I mean, if he becomes really good, or let's just say all star, I'm gonna get some money back. I'm either gonna get way more money, or I'm just gonna probably, sell that stock and just get my dollar back. I'll just put
Yeah, I believe
$1.
in him. I believe in him. I believe in him.
I wanted to put some stock into LaMelo really badly.
You can't do it.
I can't do it. I gotta
So
go off
wait,
what I've seen.
you will put stock into Zion, but not LaMelo? And Zion been damn near hurt as much as LaMelo?
First of all, Zion has had at least 2 healthy seasons. LaMelo has had what? I say
One.
really one?
Yeah, one.
One? Bruh. Surprisingly, when I looked at LaMelo, he only played 22 games last year.
Oh, I know.
22.
I know.
22.
I
What am I
know.
supposed to do with that? Like, I can't do nothing with that. He will probably be like, I would probably put maybe 1 stock or 2 stocks in LaMelo. Because he's gonna get hurt. Like, knock on wood. I hope he doesn't get hurt, but he gets hurt every year. Bruh, I'm not really counting his rookie year. So really, he's only had one good healthy year. He played 75 games, then the last 2 years, 36 and 22. He can't even give me 40. You can't give me half the season.
I'm still taking stock in him. He's just too talented. Like, I mean, because it's like with Steph. Steph had a bunch of ankle injuries. And if you would have asked this question back at that time, are you gonna take stock into Steph or not? A lot of people probably would have said no
I
because
would have said no.
he had all them ankle injuries. So it's the same thing with LaMelo. LaMelo got a bunch of ankle injuries and stuff like that. I think he'll be able to get that figured out and come back. At least it's not like Zion. Zion injury. He didn't have hamstring injuries. He didn't have what else? He didn't have knee injuries, a foot injury. Like he got a whole bunch of different variety of injuries that's messing up his body. I think Lamelo can strengthen them ankles and stay healthy for a course of a season because that's literally all it is. It's just his ankles.
Over under on LaMelo season, 45 games played.
Ooh, ooh,
I take that
45,
back. Let me go 50.
50.
50.
I think he could play like 54, 55 games this year.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna
That's
go over.
probably
I'm gonna
sad.
go over. I'm gonna go over.
That's sad. Okay.
And they paid him all
So
this money.
so
Cause
let's
what's that?
say wait, what?
I said they paid him all that money. Cause his
They paid
extension
him.
was like
That's just all
200.
potential. That's just all potential.
Cause
Strictly
his
all
extension
potential.
was like what 218.
Yeah, he got 2+. Yeah, 2+.
So it's like you paid this man 200 mil just to stay healthy for
I
20
mean,
games.
they did the same thing with Zion. They paid him off potential. They did the same thing. So you paying off. I don't have a problem with that because when he plays, he's basically amazing. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
That injury. Okay, so if the minimum for LaMelo is 10 stocks, that not the minimum, but that's the max. How many stocks would you put in him there?
It depends. If I'm only looking at him, just out of those 10,
Just him.
just him,
Just him.
I give him
Forget the team. Just him.
no, not the team. I'm saying like if I had like say LaMelo, Zion, like, different players. If it's just LaMelo himself, I give him about 4 to 5 stocks. I give about 4 or 5.
I give that man 2 or 3. I give that man 2 or 3 stocks, bro.
You don't think
And
he could
it's the
play over 40
same
games this year?
injuries. It's the ankles. It's the ankles.
You don't think he can stay healthy next year?
I'll say this. I don't think he's gonna play. I don't think he's gonna meet the minimum.
The
65.
65?
No, I don't think he will get that. If he gets 60, I'll be like, okay. If he gets 40 or 50, I'll be like, okay, here we go again. Okay, I got another player for you. Are you putting stock in Lonzo?
No, I'm
You're
sorry.
not putting no stock in him. Okay.
I'm not putting. If I do, it's like literally a half a stock. If I could do a half, no. If I could do 3/4 of a stock, I do that. I do that. Cause boy, that the man had to get a whole new meniscus.
Yeah,
Like he had to take somebody else shit and put it in his just so he could play healthy. I mean,
yeah.
I saw that little 5-on-5 he was doing. He looked alright, but we talking about NBA basketball. And then all those high collisions and stuff I don't know, man. I don't know if he gonna have a long, healthy career. I can't do it. He was a great player when healthy, but I don't know, man.
If I'm just thinking of Robin Hood, right? And I see
Mm.
Lonzo Ball and it says like $5, I'll put one stock in $5 for that $5. Because you never know. You never know. Maybe he goes back to just being good. Maybe not how he was in say New Orleans or that first 25 games with the
The
Bulls.
Bulls.
Maybe he's just good.
Because my biggest question is, how's he gonna come back defensively? Because defense was his biggest calling card. Because if he isn't, because he could still pass. I'm pretty sure he could still pass, and his shot probably is still probably decent. But what's that defense gonna look like now? Because he was a pest on defense.
Yep. I'll put $5. I do want to say some other like notables that I did put some stock in. Tyrese Halliburton, Laurie Marketing, and Sengun. I probably put way more stock in Sengun though. Because he's basically the baby version of Jokic, and I think he's a good player. So I definitely put some stock into him.
It took me a minute to buy into Sengun. I knew he was really good and he had talent and he is a baby Jokic. It's just that he only 6'9".
Is he
I don't
only
even
six
think
nine?
he's 7 foot. I don't think he's seven
I don't think
foot.
he's 7 foot. The 6'9".
Yeah, I think he like
Maybe
six
I
nine.
thought he was like 6'10". Oh, here it says 6'11". This is ESPN.
Okay, so 6'11". I don't know. His game just don't. I don't know. Whenever I look at him, it just like he put up numbers. Don't get me wrong. It just ain't sexy. It's just he look like one of them fat white dudes up at the LA
That's
Fitness
Jokic.
killing. Yeah, but Jokic is different. That nigga Jokic big. He's 7 foot.
What's the difference with 6'11" and 7 foot? That's basically the same. I know it's an inch,
Sengun,
but
Sengun just like the Aldi's version, bro. You know, you go to Walmart or Jewels or something to get some Fruit Loops. You go to Aldi's, you get the Cheerios, not Cheerios, fruit something. You know, the off generic brand. He's the generic brand. He's good
21,
though.
9,
Don't get
and
me
5
wrong.
is pretty good.
No, yeah, he's good. He's really good. I just don't know what it is.
I'll put some stock in him. I'll take because his offensive game might be better. Might be better this season. I wouldn't be shocked if I saw him average like 24 points. Like he is the best player on the team. Should have been Jalen
What
Green,
about?
but that's a
I was
different
gonna
story
say
from him.
Jalen Green. Do you buy stock in Jalen Green? Because to me, he's just a more athletic Jordan Clarkson. If you
Yeah,
ask me,
you've been saying that for a minute now.
he's just an athletic Jordan Clarkson.
If the max is 10 stocks, I will put half. I'll put 5. I'll
So
put
you
5.
think you think he can be a well all? I can see him being an all star, but you think he could be a star in this league
A star?
or a superstar?
No, not superstar. No, not superstar. Could he be a star? I wouldn't be shocked if he became a star. But I think he's a good player. If he can do what he did like that last month of the season,
Because he was
oh
damn near
man,
averaging with a double double, wasn't he?
was he averaging a double double?
Because I know he got a bunch of 10 rebound games during the end of the season.
That
He
was
was
in
hooping.
March, man. In March,
Yeah,
this
he was
man
hooping.
averaged 20. I'm rounding up. He averaged 28, 6, and 4 on 40% from 3 and 49% from the field. He was amazing that last month. That month of March. If he can do that, we're going up. Will he do that consistently? I doubt it. I think he'll probably just average because last year he averaged 19. So he probably averaged like 20, maybe 21. That's it.
I don't really buy him. If I had to, I wouldn't. He's young and athletic, and he can score in bunches. He's a volume scorer.
Yeah.
He's an energetic scorer. I would out of 10 stocks, I give him like 2, 3. I just can't. I just can't. G. Like I said, he just reminds me of a more athletic Jordan Clarkson. That's all.
It's a contract year too, so he should go crazy. Should.
They didn't offer him an extension.
No, because I see a lot of teams, I see a lot of like other podcasts, just shout out to them. They said that it's basically kind of like in the how they did with Maxi, we wait this year because we could potentially get somebody else so it won't mess up our cap. Because let's say
Mm,
they sign him this year, like this past summer, then the next year it messes up their cap, and then they can't say like, let's just say Kevin Durant was a free agent. They couldn't be able to go sign for Kevin Durant because they don't got no cap because you just signed Jalen Green to a max extension.
mm.
The
And
same
then
with Sengun. They didn't sign him either. They're basically waiting, to
low
probably
key,
be
that's smart on them too because
yeah.
if they have a down year, they can lowball them, or
Yeah,
if they
you could
get
do that.
and
But
you
if
can
they have a
save
good
money,
year,
then it backfires.
and I think
Yeah,
Sengun is a restricted free agent, so if he plays amazing, some team is gonna offer him maybe 200. Then y'all got to decide if y'all want to
yeah, they gotta match it.
match
They
it or
gonna
not.
have to match it. They gonna have to match it. Like you said,
Now
he they
Jalen
best
Green,
player.
different story. That's a different story.
To
If he
be honest
plays
with you,
good, I don't think he's not 200 mil though.
I'll let him walk
You let Jalen
because you
Green walk.
got Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore is nice. He's nice. He could be a lockdown. I think he's definitely bigger than Jalen Green. I don't know if he's taller. I think they probably around the same height, both 6'6". So I think Whitmore is like 6'7", maybe 6'8". He's athletic as shit. Then you still got a Man Thompson, still got Tyree Eason. Like they got a bunch of pieces over there. Honestly, I'll let Jalen Green walk. Because what does he do
Even if
besides score?
what if he averages the same in March? What if he averages 27 and 6?
Are you gonna put him at your point guard? Because he too small to
No,
be your two.
no, I'm not playing.
Because we
I
not gonna
mean,
keep
that's what he
we not
been. I mean,
keeping
that's what he
Fred.
been playing the last what? This going to year 4. This what he been playing the last 4 years.
I mean, but they're not gonna keep Fred.
No, they're not
Fred's
keeping
not a
him.
part. Fred's not a part of the timeline. So once
I
Fred
know.
gonna go, y'all gonna either have to get another point guard,
Reece Shepard, remember Reece Shepard.
but then they're gonna be too small.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
They're gonna
At
be too
some
small.
at some point, I mean, this is what happens when you're so bad and you draft good. You got decisions to make because you can't pay all these dudes. It's not gonna happen. So y'all got to decide what y'all want to do. If
That backcourt
Jalen
gonna be too
Green,
small, bro.
if
Because all
Jalen
the point
Green,
guards now are like 6'7", 6'8".
or you can, I was gonna say put a man at point, but you really can't do that because if Reece Shepard just plays good this year, you're gonna want him to start like either later. I don't think he's gonna start this year because unless Fred gets hurt, knock on wood, but he probably won't start this year. And then if Reece Shepard just plays decent, you're gonna want him to start like the next year. You're gonna want him to start. And Jalen Green. Now, if Jalen Green just say average the same amount or just a little bit more, I mean,
I would say if he averaging damn near 30, you damn near gotta keep him. Because there aren't too many players in this league that can average 30 points per game. Or that can go give you 30 every game. So it's like you gonna need that scoring, but he just doesn't move the needle for me. Like I don't see him being my best player on a championship team. To be honest with you, or him even leading us to the playoffs and nothing like that. I think he's just a really good player that can score really good.
because this year, no wait, okay, so this year, next, so wait, okay, this year he's only making 9 million. Then the next year, you can pick up the option for 12 million. And then in 25-26, he'll be a restricted free agent. So it just depends. It
Because they
really
got a
depends.
lot of pieces over there, bro. If a man takes the next step and his shooting gets better, because he's like his brother, they both amazing on defense, athletic, can rebound, does a little
Yeah.
bit of everything. He just needs to be able to shoot more. Like they got a lot of pieces. So I wouldn't even blame them. Like you say, if he's averaging 30, you gotta keep him. Because not
Yeah.
too many players can average 30 in the league. But if not, if he's going back to the same inconsistent 20 points per game, I'll let him off, bro. Because he don't defend. I'm not gonna say he doesn't defend, but he isn't that great of a defender. And you got all these other pieces that you could potentially mold into better players. Like Cam Whitmore should have went lottery, if we being honest.
Mm-hmm.
He should have went lottery. Because that boy is that good.
Yeah. I got one more player. Would you put stock in Ben Simmons?
Hey, it's crazy. Because I was gonna say Ben, but no, I'm not putting no stock in Ben. I'm not doing it, bro. I will not. This man done bamboozled the league for the last 2-3 years.
Has he really bamboozled the league?
Has he really been hurt? We don't know.
He had back surgery.
We don't know. But
You didn't see that
players can't
report?
pick it.
Did you not see that report saying that he had the back surgery and they basically, I don't think it was the Nets, but I think it was either him or like his agent. They was rushing him to get back and that was a bad idea. And now he had to get another back surgery.
Bro, when has he even played when is the last time he's played not even a full season, a season? Like more, you know what I'm saying? When has he consistently been out on the
Probably
court?
that last year with Philly. Off the
And
top
how
of
many
my
games
head.
how many games did he play that year?
About to look right now. Where are you at, Ben Simmons? Last year with Philly,
Mm-hmm.
he played 58 games.
58.
That was
How
in
many
20.
years has
That
it
was
been
in
since then?
2020, 21. You said what?
And it's been 3 years since then. And how many games has he played each year?
I think that one year he missed the season. And since then, he's played 30, 42, and this past year, 15.
Nah, bro, I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. The man ain't really had a good season in the last 3, 4 seasons, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not buying no stock. Like the talent is definitely there. So if I maybe I'll put a stock in just because of what he can be and what I've seen him do. But honestly, I'm banking on losing my money if I put stock in him. If
I'll
I'm
put
being honest.
$1. Not $1. I'll put one stock. That's it. Because Ben Simmons, that defense is still, I think, it's still good. He ain't gonna shoot, man, but he gonna get you at least 15, 8 and 8. And if he
Is he
stays
gonna get
healthy
you
on this,
15?
if he stays healthy, yeah,
If the
bro.
boy shoot the
If if
ball,
if
shit.
if Ben Simmons is just healthy, let's be honest. He is better than Cam Thomas. He's better
Yo,
than him.
hell yeah. Hell
He's
yeah.
better than him. They don't have anybody. He's technically a healthy Ben Simmons is technically their best player.
Mm-hmm.
Technically. Because you still got Claxton, you still got Schroeder, and you still got Cam Thomas. Then after that, well, and Cam Johnson. After that, they don't got nobody. Let's be honest, they don't got
Nah, they don't.
nobody.
Cooper
And
Flag.
Ben Simmons healthy is better than all of them. But right now, Ben Simmons ain't healthy, so he ain't better than them. I'll
They
put
got Cooper
one stock.
Flag. You heard me?
Hmm?
They got Cooper Flag. That's
Well,
a guarantee for
they
next
gotta
year.
get them. And technically not guaranteed, but they're definitely trying to get that man. I will put one stock in Ben Simmons only because of potential. But Ben Simmons has not played and he ain't been good. All right. Let's do a start bench cut. Who do you have for the start bench cuts? Actually,
Uh, let's first start off with K, LaMelo, and Scotty.
K, LaMelo, and Scotty. Start. Okay. I will start. Okay, I'm just going off potential then. I will start LaMelo. I'll bench Scotty, and I'll cut K.
Damn. I was gonna say mine's is I'll start K, I bench Scotty, and I'm cutting LaMelo. Cause I feel like that defense plays a big part. I'm not saying K is just like a lockdown, nothing like that, but K can hold his own on D. LaMelo just letting motherfuckers drive past him and go past him at ease. And them steals that he get, they not like on ball steals. They like playing passing lanes and stuff like that. So I can't. He's great. Don't get me wrong. Offensive wise, he's amazing, but no, can't do it.
I think LaMelo's offense is just, I think it's better than Cade's. You're right on the defense, though. His defense is not good. He's a better passer. He's tough. Are they about the same
I think
height?
they same height. Yeah, they same height.
But LaMelo get a lot of boards for technically a guard, and his shooting clears Cade. So I think it's that shooting. If somebody says Scott starts Scotty, I wouldn't be upset because
No, I
Scotty,
wouldn't be mad at that
I
either.
think Scotty might be just a better all around player than both of them. But LaMelo's potential, like I think, no, I ain't gonna say that. I just think LaMelo is just. I think he's good. There's nothing against Cade. I just think that offense. I'd say the offense moves me. The offense moves me.
I mean, but if you think they both can average 30 in the league.
Cade can average 30. Could he? Yeah, he probably could. I wouldn't be upset. All right, who's the next one?
Second group, I got DeMarcus Cousins. It's all these players are like, in their prime, barring injury, fully
Okay,
healthy. DeMarcus Cousins, Embiid, and Jokic.
Marcus Cousins, Embiid, and Jokic.
People forget DeMarcus Cousins was that man
This is
before he got
prime.
hurt. Prime DeMarcus Cousins.
I will start. I'll start Jokic. I want. You know what? I'll start Jokic. I'll bench Embiid and I'll cut DeMarcus. And the only reason I'll bench Cousins because that his Joel Embiid's defense moves me more than DeMarcus. And Jokic, I think his offensive game is just so good. I feel like you can't really go up against that. And you can say DeMarcus is like a better shooter, and he probably is a better shooter. I'm not gonna lie. But Jokic, like just offensive skill set, the rebound and the passing, and basically he could get to his spot at will. That just overtakes like Joel Embiid's defense and DeMarcus Cousins shooting, honestly. Now, Joel Embiid, his offensive game might be better than DeMarcus, not gonna lie. And that defense. Now, DeMarcus, he's a good passer, as a big body. He can shoot. He can do all that. And remember, like you said, DeMarcus was a dog. And we can honestly say, I think I saw it on a podcast. I forgot who. He probably did start this generation of like the big shooting and all that too. He probably started. No lie. Because there was no DeMarcus, but Joel Embiid, that defense, man, that defense moves me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a start DeMarcus. I'm a bench Joel, and I'm cutting Jokic.
Cutting Jokic. Damn,
Yeah, I'm cutting Jokic. Jokic. I feel like people forget how good DeMarcus Cousins really was. The man could dribble, he can pass, he can shoot, and he can defend.
Mhm.
Like Jokic, Jokic is. I think he's a better defender than Jokic. And me personally, if I'm thinking about them going head to head, I think DeMarcus Cousins would bully Jokic. Now he would have problems with Joel Embiid because Joel Embiid is probably bigger, but Joel Embiid, he really ain't got no lateral movement for real. And that man always falling to the ground. Man, when they did play, when Cousins was like last healthy, I think it was like in sack, they went against each other. DeMarcus had 37-5 with 3 steals and 2 blocks, and B had 25-8 an assist, 2 steals and 2 blocks. So it's like it was an even matchup, but he outplayed him a little bit. I'm giving it to Cousins, bro. Cousins was a beast. He was a beast. Nobody could stop him. And if you think about it, what bigs besides Joel Embiid and Jokic, they gotta go against somebody like DeMarcus? Really, nobody. Ain't no other big like that in the league. Like, because Cousins had a handle. He could literally be your point center, just like Jokic. And I think his handles was better than
Nah,
Jokic.
I ain't gonna go that far.
Bro, he
He
can
he's
pass the
no
ball,
he
bro.
is not he's no I'm not he's nowhere near the passer as him, bro.
Bro, the man had a career
But
high 13 assists.
he's nowhere. No,
Are we
he's just.
forgetting when he was with
I'm
the
not
Pelicans?
saying
He
he's
was
a
a walk. He
bad
was a walking
passer,
triple
but
double.
Jokic is one of the best passing bigs ever.
I'm not.
He's not on that level. He's a good
We
passer for a big, but he's not.
are we
You're basically
forgetting,
saying he's kind of on that level of passing. He's
bro?
not on that level.
Are we forgetting he damn near he was dropping triple doubles left and right when it was
And
him and
Jokic
AD
done
on
the
the Pelicans?
same thing. He can't. He's not as good of a passer as him.
I'm not saying he's a better passer than Jokic, but I'm
But you
saying his
basically said he's on
passing.
the same level, though.
I wouldn't even say he on the same. His passing is up there though. He's not no. He's an above average passer, bro. And
Jokic
that's good enough to
passing,
me.
that's what makes him great. His passing.
Yeah, but his
That's what makes
offense
him great.
passing, and that's it. But we got DeMarcus Cousins who can play D, who can pass just as good as him.
No, he can't.
So you
No.
saying
That's
DeMarcus
what
Cousins can't pass?
I'm saying. You think DeMarcus Cousins on the level of Jokic passing wise? You think he's on that level? That's what I'm asking. I think he's a good passer for a big, but Jokic, what he does is it's amazing. DeMarcus, I don't think he's on that level of passing. Like, if DeMarcus Cousins, now no being a stat watcher or whatnot, that man ain't never gonna average no 7 assists. Let's be serious. He can't. No, He's a good passer. Don't get me wrong. He's probably a better passer than Embiid. I give you that. But passing wise, and if you want to tell me DeMarcus Cousins is a better scorer than Jokic, I'm cool with that. I wouldn't argue that. But passing wise, no.
I mean, when he was with the Pelicans, bro, he averaged 5.4 assists. When has DeMarcus
And
Cousins
Jokic
really had
basically
any
averaged
talent on his
10.
peak?
And he averages 10.
Bro, Jokic. When has DeMarcus Cousins when DeMarcus Cousins was in his prime, besides that year on the Pelicans, when did he have the type of talent Jokic had to pass the ball? Jokic got Jamal Murray to get his assists. He got Mike Porter. He got Aaron Gordon cutting. He had Bruce Brown. He had KCP. He had talent. DeMarcus Cousins had fucking Ben McLemore.
But
Come
I'm
on
really
now.
not going off them
Darren
years. I'm
Collison.
going off of, but why he didn't average that with the Pelicans and he had a way better team?
He averaged 5 assists. That's when the year before he was only with them for 2 years. That first year he averaged 4. That was first year of them being together. And then that second year, his assists went up to 5. So you don't think if
so
you
them
don't
2
think if
years. So you're telling me them 2 years shows you that he is basically on the level of passing with Jokic.
That last year when he was getting all those triple doubles, bro, he can pass that. Rondo even said it himself.
No one's.
You can go look at interviews of Rondo talking about DeMarcus Cousins, and I'm taking the opinion of an NBA player, a high caliber NBA champion, who said that about DeMarcus Cousins over any average fan opinion, bro. He didn't say DeMarcus Cousins was a better passer than Jokic, but DeMarcus Cousins can pass the heck out the ball, bro.
No one said he couldn't. I didn't say that.
I never said he was. That's the problem. You're saying I'm saying he's a better passer than Jokic. I'm not saying that.
You're saying he's basically on the level. Are you saying? Let me rewind. No. You're saying DeMarcus Cousins is on a passing level? It's on that same level of passing of Jokic. Is that what you're telling me?
Pass just as good as Jokic, yes.
And I don't know. I don't think he could pass just as good as him. Basically what? Hold on. So, is he a better passer than Sabonis? Oh, you gotta think about that, huh?
Yeah, I gotta think about that.
But with Jokic is Sabonis, he can be on that same level.
Because if you think about it, Sabonis is low key up there too. Because Sabonis can pass the ball too.
He is a good passer for big. But Jokic passes like a guard. DeMarcus Cousins don't pass like no guard. He don't. He's a good passer. He don't pass like a guard.
I gotta send you a highlight of this man passing the ball?
What he did. I have the man on fantasy. I know what he did. But saying he can pass as good as Jokic, no. He clears him on the passing. He clears him.
DeMarcus Cousins, I'm not saying he's a better passer than Jokic. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying it's like a Chris Paul and Darren Williams. You would say Chris Paul's the better passer, but Chris Paul and Darren Williams are on the same level, correct?
No,
Chris Paul and Steve Nash.
I wouldn't think that passing. No, I think Chris Paul is probably a better passer.
He's a better passer, but they're on the same level. It's like different tiers. It's like you're on a superstar level, but obviously I'm a 1A superstar and you're like a 2B superstar. It's the same damn thing. They're on the same level. They're just different tiers in that level.
That man is not as good of a passer as Jokic. Great passer. Good passer as a big.
Regardless, that man Jokic is getting cut.
If DeMarcus would have wait a minute, am I tripping? Didn't DeMarcus have Isaiah Thomas and Rudy Gay on his team at one point? How come he still good? How come he got doing with that?
Hold on. You ain't never comparing.
But you just told me he didn't have anybody. That's what you just said, right?
You're comparing a rookie Isaiah Thomas and him starting off his career and Rudy Gay. Gay, I'll give you. He was established by then. But you're talking about Isaiah Thomas versus
wait.
Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let me check real quick. I want to know how many years did he play with DeMarcus? Because you're basically saying he only played 1 year with him. I could be wrong though. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking. Isaiah Thomas was there for 3 years. And DeMarcus Cousins, wait, let me check real quick. He was there 20. Okay, DeMarcus. He was there with Isaiah Thomas for 3 years.
What? Bro, are you serious? Are you comparing Isaiah Thomas to Jamal Murray?
But was Isaiah Thomas not decent? Was he not decent?
But those are two.
Was he not decent? But you wait, hold on, wait. I didn't say Isaiah Thomas is better than Jamal Murray.
I know that.
But what you told me is he didn't have anybody. So he was basically passing with scrubs. And that's not true. He did have for 3 years Isaiah Thomas, Rudy Gay. What was he there for like 2 years? I think. I don't know. But he was there for like 2 years. So he did have some other good players. But how you said it was he couldn't pass as good as he couldn't pass that as good as Jokic because he didn't have nobody, because you brought up Ben McLemore. But that's not true.
Bro,
I didn't say he's better than him, though.
Bro, Jokic has a whole fucking squad he can pass to. You got Bruce Brown cutting. You got Aaron Gordon cutting. You got Jamal Murray. You got KCP. And you got Michael Porter. Name me one person that Isaiah Thomas was in them 3 years better than. One person I just named. Out of all them people that I just named, besides Bruce Brown, Isaiah Thomas wasn't better than none of them first 3 years.
But you just told me that he didn't have anybody, though. But that's not
true. He didn't. He did. So you telling me Isaiah Thomas and Rudy Gay is enough to average 6, 7, 8 assists a game?
But he didn't. But when I brought up the Pelicans, how come he couldn't do it?
He did do it. He had AD. He had Drew. He had Rondo. He had pieces on that team. He had shooters on that team. What do you mean?
He only averaged 5 assists and 4 for those 2 years.
And what did he average in Sacramento? 3, 2.
But what I'm asking you, okay, wait. You just told me Sacramento, he didn't have nobody. So I'm asking in New Orleans, how come he couldn't average 6, 7 assists when he had Drew Holiday, freaking Rondo, freaking AD? Who else was on that team?
He's on his way to. What do you mean?
Huh?
He averaged 5.4 that second year following them. He was on his way to doing it.
But when I asked for 6, but I'm saying, even though he didn't play that many games, he still played 48 games. How come he couldn't give me 6, 7 assists though in them 48 games?
Bro, I'm telling you, he could have. Like you just said, the man didn't even play a full season with them. Bro, first off, his first season playing with them, how many games did he play with them? He played 17
48 games.
You
know. He played 17 when he got traded.
The first year he played 17 games with them. And in them 17 games, he averaged 4 assists. Then the following year, he averaged 5.4 and only played 48 games. There's still about 24 more games left. His average could have went up.
And I'm okay.
He didn't even play that many years with them.
I'm saying, I know. So I'm only going off this year and a half. And I'm saying in them 48 games, how come he couldn't give me 6, 7? He had a whole training camp. He was clearly, or if you want to say AD that was the best player, fine. But he was clearly second or first best player. And if you're saying he's as good as, if he's basically almost on the same level, he could at least average 6, 7 assists though. That's what I'm asking. Because you're just saying with Kings, he didn't have nobody. Now, credit, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, and Aaron Gordon is probably better than Isaiah Thomas them first 2 years. I'm cool with that. And that's understandable and probably better than Rudy Gay. But you basically just said he didn't have nobody. And that's not true. That's just not true. But then when he did have somebody, have people.
Anybody on that team, bro. That Sacramento's team was fucking ass.
But he still had 2 good players, though. That's
bro. 2 good players versus. I just gave you 4 to 5 other good players on Jokic's team that he can pass to, bro. 4 to 5 other players, and you gave me 2. One impossible.
I know that because I know that team. I know that team was trash. I get that, but when he did have more players, he still couldn't give me 6 or 7 in 48 games. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, first off, they had a whole training camp. But we forgetting that they had Rondo and Drew and all them. By the time DeMarcus Cousins, they realized that running the ball through DeMarcus Cousins and AD was the best offense for that team. That's when you seen DeMarcus Cousins assists going up. Rondo even talked about it on an interview. He said it was a stretch at the end during the course of the year that we seen that putting the ball in DeMarcus' hands was the best offense to run for us, and he was like our point center. Rondo, the one of the best point guards to ever walk in the league, said it himself. This man was a great ass passer.
Whoa.
Rondo,
We ain't arguing that, but no, whoa.
Rondo ain't one of the best point guards to ever walk in this league. Oh, you capping, dog. You capping, dog.
Yeah, that sound like what? Okay, where would you rank Rondo then?
Bro, I would have to go through a list of point guards. I can't give you something off the top of my head.
Would you say he's a
Rondo?
Because how you said it, because how you said it is, that's like a top 15, 20 point guard ever.
He probably could crack the top 20. I would have to look at a list of point guards, bro. But Rondo is one of the best point guards to ever walk this league, bro. Don't disrespect them like that.
Whoa. I don't know about top.
Name me some point guards that can get you 20 assists in one game.
So just because he gets you 20 assists, that makes him one of the best? Because John Stockton was doing that, but you just said he won
done it multiple times.
John Stockton probably not done that multiple times?
Because John Stockton has probably.
But you just said he wasn't a superstar. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait.
Don't make him a damn superstar. I never said Rondo was a superstar.
But if you're talking about 20, when we just going point guards, that's basically almost superstar though. Just because you give me 20, it's like you one of the greats. I ain't going that far.
Bro, he's done it. He's done it multiple times. It's not he just did it one time and that was it. The man has done this his whole career.
So if a big gets you more than 20 rebounds per game, is he one of the best bigs ever? If he gets you multiple 20,
how is 25 assists? Come on now, dog.
So if he gets you, if he gets
multiple, if he what?
If he gets you, if a big man gets you 20 plus rebounds majority of the time, is he one of the best big men in the league ever?
Andre Drummond, he's one of the best rebounding bigs to ever walk the league.
Okay, right there. You said rebounding bigs.
I never said he was one of the best bigs.
You just said this is what you just said. You said Rondo is one of the best point guards, not one of the best, but a top point guard that came in the league. That's what you just said.
Yes.
And I said 20 assists make you one of the best. Then you responded with Drummond, one of the best rebounding bigs. Now, if you would have said Rondo is one of the best assist point guards ever, I'm not going to argue that. But you said he's one of the best point guards in the league. And that's where I was like, whoa.
Yes. So, are we forgetting?
Wait. So is Drummond one of the best big men ever then? Because he got multiple 20 rebounds per game?
No. We're talking about Rajon Rondo. He's an NBA champion. Without Rajon Rondo, that Boston team would not have won that championship.
I agree.
He's a great defensive point. He's one of the best defensive point guards to walk in the league.
I give you that.
He's one of the best floor generals. So how isn't he one of the best? If he has a high IQ, he's one of the best defensive point guards to walk the league. He's one of the best assist point guards to walk in the league. How the hell isn't he one of the best point guards to ever step in the NBA?
If I had to go back and look, there'd probably be some point guards because his offensive game doesn't move me. His offensive game was still not that good.
He didn't have to. He had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, KG.
That offensive game doesn't move me though.
We talking about an era pre-2010 when your point guards weren't even supposed to score like that.
I'm not putting Rondo in the. I will have to go look. It's just when you said point guards because you just said Drummond rebounding, and then once again I'm going to ask you: is Drummond one of the best?
I said no.
Okay,
I said no 3 times.
You just okay. You said Drummond isn't one of the best bigs, but I just asked if a big man gets you 20 rebounds multiple times, does that make him one of the best big men? You said no. Okay, let me finish. Then when you kept bringing up Rondo gets you 20 assists a game, so why can't we just say Rondo is just one of the best, best floor generals? Why can't we just say he's one of the best floor generals? But when you said point guards, That's like saying he's probably, because obviously you said you don't think Chris Paul is a superstar. So that's saying he's in like that tier with him. And I don't think he's in
No, it
that
doesn't.
same tier with Chris Paul.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't mean he's in the same tier with him. Just because I say he's one of the best point guards to walk, that doesn't mean he's in the same category as Chris Paul.
But
That don't mean he's in the
but
same category as Magic Johnson or
so,
Oscar Robertson or none of them. That don't mean that.
but
He's
you
a
kept
really good
bringing up,
point guard.
but you just said he kept getting all these 20 assists, and I guess
Yeah.
that makes you say he's one of the best point guards. And then once again, so if Drummond is getting all these 20 rebound games, I would, from your logic, he's one of the best big men ever. Then I'm using the same logic you just said.
I'm giving you the 20 assists. I'm giving you the 20 assists because Rondo has high assist numbers throughout his entire career. He's been doing that his entire career. Drummond hasn't been getting, I wouldn't say he probably got 20 rebounds a couple of times, but his entire career he was doing that. I'm talking about Rondo giving you, it was a stretch where Rondo was giving you 13 plus assists game after game after game after game after game after game after game.
I want to look. Let me see something.
Dog, you tweaking if you don't think Rajon Rondo is one of the best point guards to walk in this league, bro.
Not in the top. I don't know, top 20. Yeah, I don't know, because I think there's some point guards now I would probably take over him in the league right now. I would probably take him over. Like, I would probably take him over. Like, take injury away, I would probably take LaMelo over him right now. I'd probably take Cade over him. Well, man, I'm not, maybe not Cade, but I would take Tyrese over him. Like, there are
All that
some point
depends.
guards. There are a lot of point guards now. Yes, floor general IQ is great, but when it's just who's just a straight better player, there are some point guards that
All,
are just so good that you gotta take that over him. And like you said it yourself, he did have KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. So his offensive game, that didn't. But even if he was, say, the guy, his offensive game was still not that good. His shooting was bad. Like, we got to be honest about that. His shooting was terrible. And if we needed him right now to like shoot, now credit in against the Lakers, he had a good playoff series. He shot really good, but in the 82 game season, can I count on him to shoot really well for me? I don't know. Especially when you need your point guards to shoot. I probably wouldn't take that. Rondo is still good, but when you said one of the best, I was like, wait, what? I don't know, brother. I don't know. I'm just using your logic. I'm just using your logic. That's all I'm saying. Because I saw Kevin Love get multiple 20 rebound games too. He's had a decent amount. That's saying he's probably one of the best big
and
men ever.
and if Kevin Love would have stayed with Minnesota, he could have been one of the best power forwards
He
to walk the
probably
game.
would have, but he didn't. So I can't go off that. I just can't. I can't go off that. He probably would be getting 20 some all the time, but I still probably wouldn't put him as one of the best. Well, if he did do that, I would probably say maybe if he kept doing it forever, if he just kept getting double doubles all the time, I'd probably put him in the top 20. But how many like great bigs are there? It's a lot of really good point guards, and now and back then, it's a lot of good ones, and
it all depends on what you want for your team.
And that's why I think, because it's just so many point guards, it's like I would take him over him, even though he got the IQ. Like, even back then, I would take Darren Williams over Rondo. Even though Rondo, you can say, is a better floor general than Darren Williams and a better defender, Darren Williams' offense, and he can still go get you the ball. Derrick Rose in his prime. Like, I would take those guys over Rondo. Those guys are just better than them. They're just better. Rondo, good point guard, though. Don't get me wrong. But
Rondo's a great point guard. I told you I would need a list. I would have to go through all the point guards and see where he's at. But Rondo is a great point guard that came out this league, bro.
If somebody says he's a top 25, if you say he's a top 25, I wouldn't argue that. Top 20, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Then it depends on what you want to build your team around. Like, to
It's
be
a
honest
no,
with you, I'll take Rondo over Tyrese Halliburton. Because
you
if I
probably
got a
will.
bunch of scorers on my team, I don't fucking need Tyrese Halliburton to just pass the ball and play no defense. I can pick up Rondo and we can have a better team defense, better team chemistry. All because I believe in Rondo is a better floor general than Tyrese Halliburton. And then
There
on
ain't
top
nothing
of
wrong
that,
with that.
I believe he's a better defender. So it's like it depends on how you want to build your team, if we being honest.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. So
But for
I just
last,
gotta so I'm just naming some dudes now. This is just me. I would take Magic Johnson over him. I would probably take John Stockton over him. I would probably take Jason Kidd over him. Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Oscar Robertson, Steve Nash, Isaiah
I don't know
Thomas.
about Steve and
Steve Nash are better.
whatchamacallit.
I think it's just the offense. The offense is just so good.
Him and
And
John
he can
Stockton, I
basically
don't know about.
pass is better than him. If the defense moves you, that's cool. I'm not upset at that. Isaiah Thomas over him, Westbrook, I would take him over him. So basically, you already think Kyrie Irving the best in the league, so I know you'll take Kyrie over him. So we got Kyrie. I would take Dame over Rondo. I would take Rose if he was healthy. I'd take Rose. I'd take Darren Williams. I'd take Penny Hardaway over him. If you want to say Gilbert Arenas,
You asking me?
yeah, I'm asking. Gilbert
Yeah,
Arenas.
I'll take Gilbert. I'll take
Okay.
Gilbert over him.
Then we can go right now. We can go in the league right now. I probably wouldn't take Garland. The offense is really good though, compared to Rondo's. Trey
If that's
Young.
the case, you would take every point guard in this league over him. Because all the
And that's what I'm saying.
offensive
That's what I was saying. Like it's just so many point guards. And credit, like you said, this was in 2010s. So the era is different. I get that. But it's just like some of these point guards now, they just do better. And I think it's just the offense. I think the offense is just so better than what his was. I would take them. Like it's just so many point guards. It's so
we
many.
forgetting Rondo was a rebounder. He could
Yes.
rebound.
Yeah.
He can of course we know he could pass the ball
Mm-hmm.
and he could defend, bro. If you got other players on your team that can score, you don't really need Rondo to score. And then on top of that, most of the point guards in this league is score, score, score. So if you got Rondo, a fucking lockdown defender, I'm not saying he gonna lock up every point guard in this league, but he gonna make it really difficult for them. And if you
Yeah.
cut off the head of the snake, your whole team is gonna go downhill. So if I'm not saying Rondo can do this or he would do this, but if Rondo and Ja Morant was to match up and Rondo contained Ja Morant, that Grizzlies team's not gonna win.
What's
Because
contained
Ja
though?
Morant is their hotbed.
What's
Ja
contained though?
Morant is their heartbeat. If
What's
you
contained
stop
though?
their heartbeat,
What's contained though? That's what I'm asking. What's contained?
I mean, he just
Well,
don't
like
he
if he
just don't
just
have
gets
a
him to
Ja
20
Morant
points,
game.
let's just say
Yeah,
20.
When Ja Morant, I wouldn't even put an average on it because when Ja Morant's out there, he can do whatever he wants. If you're not letting Ja Morant do whatever he wants and affect the game with his athleticism and his passing and his energy, Rondo can match that energy. I'm not saying Rondo would lock him down. Rondo would shut him out to zero. I'm not saying none of that. But if Rondo can contain that, you can beat the Grizzlies.
And I know you
So
say you're not putting an average, so I think I think Ja is 1 point average 26 points. So if he say get him to 18 to 20, they win.
depending on who on their team, probably. Because
I'm
you
not
can't really
going
contain nobody in this league no more.
top 15 is I definitely think he's not top 15. 20, not gonna argue it, but I don't think he's a top 20. Top if you said top 25, I'm cool. But it's just how you said it's like he like damn near like almost close to like top 10 or in the 15. I'm like, I don't know.
I did not say that,
You
Jay.
didn't say
I
that.
did
It's
not
just
say that.
how you said it because you said, well, you wanted the best. And that's what I use your logic because you kept bringing up these 20 assists and all that. And that's when I asked about Drummond and you said no. So I'm saying no for Rondo.
But
You have more?
I got one last start bench and cut. Gilbert Arenas, Brandon Roy, and Penny Hardaway. Can't forget about how good Penny was, and you can't forget about how good all three players was. But if I had to choose, I'm starting B Roy, I'm benching Gilbert, and I'm cutting Penny.
Penny was good.
He
That's
was.
crazy. You say we
He was
can't
amazing.
forget about how good he was, but then you bench him.
I
Well,
cut
you
him.
cut him.
I ain't even
Technically,
bench
you
him.
cut him.
I cut him. Yeah, I cut him.
That's what I'm saying.
Because, bro, like Brandon Roy was a monster. If Brandon Roy knees could have held up, I think you could have put him in the same. He could have been in one of them. He could have been in the category of one of the top shooting guards to ever play, bro. He could have been up there with Kobe, D Wade, and James Harden, bro. Brandon Roy was cold, and people forget about him. If he was healthy, man. And then Gilbert, of course, we all know Gilbert. That boy is a walking bucket. So Penny was good. He was really good, but I think Gilbert. How tall was Penny? I think Gilbert was bigger than Penny. If not, they was the same size. Because I think they all
Penny
was like 6'6".
Penny was 6'7".
He was 6'7". Six
Gilbert?
seven what? Two something?
6'7". Wait. Well, I
Like
can't. Hold on.
215.
Let me go. Damn, where is it? Wow, I just lost it. Oh, here we go. Well, here it says 195 on Basketball Reference.
He's
195.
probably like two something.
Gilbert was 6'4", 191.
What was B Roy?
Brandon Roy had to be like 6'6". He probably was like 2 something. Brandon Roy was 6'6", 215.
Yeah, so he was the biggest one. I mean, you can argue. I think Brandon Roy was better than. Well, was he better than Gilbert? I don't know, but because Gilbert was just so talented offensively, bro. It didn't matter who you put on him, what type of defender. And Penny, his offensive game doesn't compare to those two, so you would have to go off his defense. And I don't think Penny could guard neither one of them.
I'll probably start Penny. I'll bench Gilbert and cut Brandon Roy. Penny's defense was good, and obviously the injuries messed up Penny Hardaway, but he still was averaging 20 some points. Like, and he was giving you 7 dimes per game. Like, I mean, for me at least, that moves me. Shooting wise, it wasn't really that good, but obviously that was a different era. Gilbert Arenas, his offense, like you said, was so good. Like they even say it like a lot. Like he was one of them guards that like kind of changed the game to an extent, but I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves. And B Roy was definitely. I'm not gonna go as far as saying up there with Kobe and them, but he was definitely good. Like, don't get me wrong, B
What?
Roy, he was. I mean,
You don't
that's
think B Roy could have been one of the best shooting guards to ever live?
if he stayed healthy. I
Yeah.
mean, but I feel like it would have been different because I feel like they're like if I'm just going off what he was doing and then saying like these other guards obviously continue to play, James Harden is probably better than him.
I
Like I
don't
think he's
know,
just
bro.
better.
B
James Harden had
Roy,
one of the do you know James Harden had one of the best offensive seasons ever?
yeah,
Do
I
you not
do
know
know
that?
that, but B Roy was a hell of a player, bro. Even multiple players said he had next up after Kobe, bro. Like
I
multiple NBA players and said that.
and I
And
and
then
that's
B Roy was so clutch, bro.
and I get that, and I get that part. But I'm saying if he continues to what he was doing, but then we see all these other guards, like I would probably I would definitely probably take AI over him. And if Harden, like I said, Harden was out here giving 30-some points every game and still giving you assists. What do you have, like a 50-point triple-double? You don't see that. Like, Harden, and obviously we had the MVP, but I'm not going off accolades. But I don't think he would have been better than Harden, like, at his peak. I don't think B. Roy's peak is better than Harden's, and obviously different eras. But I just don't think I don't think he would have been better than Harden. He would definitely probably be, if he continues to stay healthy. Could you say he'd be in the top 10? Probably. Probably. But I
I
probably
was gonna
wouldn't
say,
say
bro,
he's better than AI and Harden.
if we being honest, he only really had.
I know he didn't
He
play a
only
lot.
played. He only
I think it
played
was like
5
5
years,
years.
6 years in the league. Six
I
years in the
know.
league.
So I'm continuing what he does.
So
If
it's
he continues,
and then you gotta think back when that time when you was a 20 point per game scorer, bro. You were
he never
considered
averaged
one of the
20,
best
but
scorers in the league.
I'm expecting him to average
Yeah, he
20.
did.
He's never.
He averaged
Wait, hold on.
20.
I'm looking at
He's
the wrong
averaged
thing. My
20
bad.
2 years.
Yeah, my bad. I'm tweaking. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yes, he averaged 20 twice. Yeah, my bad.
I mean, I give him 3 that second year. He averaged 19. I round up,
I guess.
man. That's
I'm cool
me,
with
bro.
that. Well, no,
But
it's not over 5, but I get you. I ain't know.
bro, that boy Brandon Roy was a dog, bro. I think if that
I
man
mean,
would have stayed,
it just
if he
depends.
would
Like,
stay held up.
if we're going off the eras, I'm cool, but I mean, we can't say, well, he played in this era and this era. Like, James Harden had one of the best offensive seasons ever. We'll probably never see nothing like that again. Like, that one offensive season is basically telling people, man, he might be the third best shooting guard in the league, but he not third best shooting guard ever. No, he not. But them years in Houston, people are saying that. Like, that man, he was killing, bruh. This man, bruh, came in 25, 6, 25, 6, 27, 7, 29, 7, 29, 11, and 8. 29, 11, and 8. Then he goes from 30 to 8. Then he goes from 36 points, 36 points, 7 assists, and was giving you, he was giving you 36% from 3. Then he goes to 34. Like, what he was doing is, we'll probably never see like that type of offensive season ever again. And I think that, like, I know Brandon Roy, because I feel like if Brandon Roy continues to play, I'm just speculating. I'm saying he probably averaged at the most maybe 25, 26 points. Because we gotta remember, he still, I think he came, because he came in 06, so in 2010. So I'm saying he plays till at least maybe 2016, I guess. And obviously he's gonna get older by then. He probably just stays at probably like 20. So he probably doesn't beat Harden. He probably doesn't beat Harden. Like, yeah, man. Like, and he's not better than AI.
I mean, I count AI as a point guard.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
know
cool.
some people count him as a shooting guard, but I
I count
count
him as
bro as a point guard.
I count him as a 2. But yeah, I'm. It's just a lot, and you got to factor in errors and all that. I don't think he would have been up there. I think he still probably would have averaged 25, but basically, how you said it and what you said, other people said, that's top 4 ever.
I think Brandon Roy could have been a top 5 shooting guard ever, depending on who we counting as shooting guards and shit.
That's another story for another day. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is, I saw it on ESPN. They was saying like who is the next stars to like ask for a trade. So the people they put on here is Brandon Ingram at number 1, Zach LaVine at 2, tied for 2, tied for 1, Trae Young, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Darius Garland. Which one of those guys you think will be basically asked for a trade out?
I think Trey gonna stay where he at. I don't think Trey is gonna move at all. But low key, I think it's gonna be Zach LaVine. I can see Brandon Ingram staying there for this season, but I feel like Zach should be gone after this year. I think him and the Bulls organization, they're not on the same page no more. They don't see eye to eye, and on top of that, that team is in a complete rebuild now. So they need to just trade Zach LaVine and Vucevic and call it a day. So I think Zach could be the first one to be traded.
I do agree with you saying Zach LaVine will be the first one to get traded, but I think Trae Young getting out of there. Like
I
that
don't
team's
think
not
so,
good.
bro.
That
Yeah,
team is trash.
but
And
that's his city.
but yeah, from
That's
well,
his
yeah,
city.
I get what you're saying, but what
That's his city.
if he wants to
What?
continue if he thinks he's that good of me personally, if he think I think he wants to win. And after a while, you go, bro, that team ain't good. And after a while, you go want to get out of there. He might leave. And then the Hawks organization, they gonna probably think is it worth paying 200 something million? And we're bad. I think he will eventually axe out. I'm not saying like this year or next year. I would think next year. I wouldn't be shocked if next summer we start hearing the rumblings again about Trae Young on the trade market.
I don't think he would necessarily leave himself. The Hawks trading him is another thing. I don't think Trey would want to leave himself because, like I said, Atlanta is his city, G. And like you could compare him to like not compare him like game wise, but the situation to Dame, it was Dame City, but it was Portland. Like if Dame was in Atlanta, like Atlanta cracking, bro. The not only Atlanta is the black mecca, so endorsement deals, all that. I've never been to Atlanta, so I don't know if it's Trey Young. It's probably Trey Young billboards everywhere, bro. He leave and go somewhere else, you ain't gonna get the same love. You ain't gonna get the same type of money. Like I know you want to win, but they can build around you. I don't think he'll leave, bro. I don't think he'll leave. I think he's one of them players that's gonna stay with their organization for as long as he can, unless they trade him. That's the only way I see him leaving Atlanta is if the Hawks trade him. On his own, nah, I don't see that.
Like like I said, it just depends. If he wants to, continue to ball out, you know, not say doesn't want to win, but just play, and stick it out with the organization. Okay, I'm cool with that. But deep down, I think he wants to win. Like he because he's that good of a player that he can help like a contender team
Yeah, he could
to
for sure,
maybe get to the next level. And
for
bro,
sure.
that team is just not good. It's not.
No, it's
It's not
not.
good. Like that team is bad.
Like I think
Like
what they core pieces is what him, Jalen Johnson, and the Kongu,
and
and then the rookie that they
Zachariah
just drafted.
Ricochet, that ain't good, bro.
Nah,
They had, they had freaking Dejounte Murray, Capella. Now credit it didn't fit, but you had all them. You had Bogdanovich. They still had a good team, and they still were bad, bro. I guarantee you, they did not expect to be in the play-in. That team was bad. Ever since that lucky run to the playoffs, they have been below mediocre or just mediocre. It's just not good. And credit, like you said, Atlanta, it is the Black Mecca. But Trae Young, he's one of them players that like he's just exciting enough. He can get the money. He's gonna get the endorsements and all that. He gonna get that regardless. He probably he might pull a Dame, but I think eventually he's gonna ash out because the team ain't gonna be good. It's just not. Because it took Dame a minute to realize. I mean, he was delusional, but it took him a minute to realize this team ain't that good. So let me try to get out of here. He could probably want to do the same thing. Stay too long, then by the time that happened, you gonna be out your prime and then want to leave, bro. Don't pull a Dame. Dame probably should have left, bro. The minute they traded CJ McCollum, that's when he should have dipped.
he should have left. Yeah, he should have been left.
He should have dipped the
Yeah.
minute they traded him. I should have dipped. He didn't. He wanted to stay loyal, and that's cool.
I
Because
mean,
it's
he
gonna.
got that bag right after that. That's why.
Yeah,
He
and
wanted
I
that
don't got a
bag.
problem with him. I don't have a problem with him taking the money. But you know you're not gonna be good. You know you're not. You just know. And Trae Young will probably realize the same thing, man. We ain't gonna be good, bro. We just not. Like, because I think what you say earlier, they probably be in the play-in. Hey, well, they might. They
I
might
said
be
the
fighting
East is
with you,
not that good. I said the East is not that good.
because I'm not counting Brooklyn. I'm not counting Charlotte. I'm not counting the Wizards and Detroit. I don't. Those teams are so weak. And if the Raptors be better, might be fighting for them for the last playing spot. That nah, I think he'll leave. Brandon Ingram might be like, I get what I say, one, because they got a lot of players, and I think he might, well, not him, but I think they will eventually trade him. Because I feel like you gotta you don't want to lose an asset for nothing. You just don't.
Yeah.
At least for me.
And then on top of the fit is not all that to me because obviously they want to put the ball in Zion's hands.
Mm-hmm.
So like him, Zion, and Ingram on the same Murray, Zion, and Ingram on the same team together, that's gonna be a lot of ball stop. Trade when and then put another shooter in that lineup. Now it could look a little bit better. So
Well, I mean,
because
technically,
Brandon Ingram, he likes to ISO at the free throw line and on the block and do his shit like that. But
I
that don't.
you said put another shooter. Like, I agree. That means you probably will have to put CJ McCollum to the bench and go say DeJounte, Herb, Trey Murphy, Zion, and whoever the big is, and have CJ be a six man.
You think they're gonna bring CJ
No,
off the bench?
no, I don't. And they're not bringing Brandon Ingram off the bench if he stays there too. So Trey Murphy is the odd man out. He's the odd
Damn.
man
So
out.
what?
And
That means Zion gonna have to start at the five because you ain't sitting Herb Jones.
no, yeah, you're right. No,
You're
yeah,
not
Herb,
gonna sit
because
Herb
Herb Jones got to start. He got to. Uh, yeah, you might be
unless they
right.
flip Ingram for a big. That's the only way.
No, yeah,
Flip
yeah,
Ingram
they
for a
they
big.
got to, and I think that's what they're trying to do, because it was like a month or two ago they was talking about um the Hornets, like, well, the Bucks were trying to trade Brook Lopez, and they was talking, linking them with the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm the Hornets, I'm not, and they will say they want a first round pick. I'm not giving you a first round pick for freaking Brook Lopez. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I give you a second.
Bro, the man is damn near 40 years old.
His defense kind of
If not,
declined too.
yeah, like he. Don't get me wrong, he's still a serviceable big in the league, but I'm not giving him no first round for him. No,
I give you a second. Yeah,
it depends on where
he
I'm picking that shit.
36. 36.
If I'm picking towards like pick 60, yeah, I give you that pick for Brook Lopez for sure, for sure. I ain't giving you no early round picks though.
I mean, he would help them though, because he can spread the floor. And I think that's what they really need. They need a bid that can
Claxton,
spread the floor.
go get Claxton.
Well, they just signed him, so he can't get traded anyway. He can't get traded no way. So that would have
Until
been
no,
decent.
it's a certain deal. They could trade him during the middle of the season, can't they?
No, yeah, but they can't do it now though. That's what I'm saying. They can't do it
Yeah,
now.
I'm saying, yeah. I'll trade for
You
Claxton.
gotta wait till, like, I got it in my notes too. You gotta wait
Wendell,
till who?
Wendell,
That might be that might
Claxton.
not be that bad. That
Because
might,
Wendell can pick and pop.
yeah. So players that sign
Vucevic.
extensions cannot be traded until January 15th, and players that sign in free agency, they can't be traded until December 15th.
I
And
mean, and then on top of that,
Claxton,
it depends on
well,
what type of
Claxton
big they want.
technically signed as a free agent, technically. So I think that would go with the December.
And then on top of that, it depends on what type of big they want. Because if they want a stretch big, I think they need a stretch big, honestly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can go get Vucevic. Go give a first round pick for Vucevic to the Bulls.
His defense is trash, though. His defense is not
Yeah,
good.
but you got DeJounte and
What they gonna
Herb.
do with me protecting the rim, though? They don't got no rim protectors, though.
I mean, he's still a 7-footer.
Man, look.
So it's
If
like,
you
yeah, defense ain't that good, but he still a big body. Put
No, I
down
agree
on.
with that. But man, if it's like, bro, if you can't protect the rim, it don't matter how big you are. Like, just like how you said last week for a rebound. If you want to go get a rebound, you go get it. If you want to protect the rim, you go protect the rim. He ain't trying to protect the rim.
Because to be honest, it ain't that many. It's not that many stretch bigs.
Bro, it's not that many really good bigs. It's not that
Because
many
if they
good
don't
bigs.
go for like Vucevic, they gonna have to go for like a Capello or a Claxton or one of those type of players or Wendell.
I
But
said
I don't think the
Capella.
Magic don't want. I don't think the Magic want to give up Wendell.
I've said Capella a couple of times, but I was like, I don't know.
I don't know how that's gonna. I don't know how that fit gonna look. Yeah, they need to stretch big. Their best bet is Vucevic, honestly. If they want to stretch big, because all these
I
other
don't
teams
know.
ain't got no stretch big for real.
They don't got no good bigs. I don't know.
Unless
You got
they go
anything
get.
else? You got
No, I
anything
ain't
else you
got
want to
no
talk about?
Mm-mm.
All right, y'all. That is it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. Like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.